The village lay under the shadow of war, with soldiers marching by and distant gunfire in the air. Sophia sat quietly at her stall, selling herbs and simple remedies to the locals and soldiers alike. Caleb, a young soldier with a deep sense of duty, passed by her stall every day. On this particular day, as their hands brushed while he took a pouch of herbs, something unspoken passed between them. Neither could understand it, but their hearts had recognized something in each other. The next day, Caleb returned to Sophia's stall, this time pausing longer than usual. Their eyes met, and for a moment, the bustling chaos of the village faded away. They exchanged small talk, but the connection was undeniable. Sophia's soft, graceful smile captured Caleb's heart, and as he walked away, he couldn't help but think about her. In the evening, Sophia walked through the market, her mind replaying her encounter with Caleb. She had always believed in love, but it had never seemed possible in such a war-torn world. Yet now, she found herself yearning for something more. Back at home, she found solace in the simple things: cooking, tending to her small garden, and thinking about Caleb. The following week, Caleb returned, this time asking if Sophia had any herbs for sleep. He had been on edge due to the ongoing conflict. Sophia offered a special blend she had made herself, explaining its calming properties. As their fingers touched when she handed him the pouch, the air felt charged. They exchanged another glance, a moment of silent understanding. As the days went by, Caleb found himself looking forward to his trips to the village, not for the military assignments, but for the chance to see Sophia. He began bringing small tokens for her, a flower he had found in the field, or an old coin he had come across. She treasured each gift, and with every encounter, their bond deepened, though they both remained uncertain of what this connection truly meant. One evening, while Sophia was closing her stall, she spotted Caleb across the street, walking toward her. He looked weary, his uniform dirted and torn, but his eyes were warm. He stopped in front of her, and without saying a word, he reached into his pouch and handed her a letter from a family member he had just received. The gesture was small, but to Sophia, it meant everything. "I wanted you to know," he said softly, "you are not alone in this world." The next day, word of an upcoming military operation reached the village. Caleb's battalion was being called to fight on the front lines. Sophia found herself in a state of panic, though she had never voiced it. That night, she waited for him by her stall, her heart racing as she hoped to see him again before he left. When he arrived, she barely managed to hold back her tears. As they spoke that evening, the weight of the situation settled in. Caleb knew he had to leave, but he could see the fear in Sophia's eyes. He promised her, "No matter what happens, I will return to you." Sophia nodded, though her heart ached with the uncertainty of his words. They embraced one last time, the kiss they shared sealing their unspoken promises. The next morning, Caleb left with his battalion. Sophia stood at the village's edge, watching him disappear into the distance. She held the letter he had given her close to her heart. With each step he took, her hope grew stronger. He would return, she had to believe it. As days turned into weeks, Sophia's thoughts never strayed far from Caleb. The village had grown quieter with the soldiers gone, and the only sounds were the distant echoes of war. She continued to run her stall, but every time a soldier passed by, her heart would skip a beat. She held on to the memory of their last moment together, knowing that no matter how hard things got, their love would keep her going.